The peace everyone is desperately searching for might already be within them, hidden in the one place they never think to look. So many people move through life believing that happiness and peace are waiting on the other side of something external, a better job, a bigger house, a flawless relationship, or some future milestone that will finally make everything feel right. Because of this belief, life becomes a constant chase, a never-ending pursuit of the next thing that promises fulfillment. But what if that entire chase is built on the wrong assumption? What if the peace you long for isn't something to achieve, acquire, or find out in the world, but something already resting quietly within you, waiting to be uncovered? In this video, we explore a deeper truth, one that reveals why true, lasting inner peace doesn't come from changing your life, but from changing the way you understand it. This isn't just a nice idea. It's a core teaching of Buddhist philosophy, a wisdom tradition that has guided people toward inner peace for over 2,000 years. The Buddha taught that our suffering, our feeling of unease and dissatisfaction, doesn't come from the world outside. It comes from our own minds. It's born from our cravings, our aversions, and our misunderstandings about the nature of reality. Think about it. When you get that new car you wanted, the happiness is real, but it's often fleeting. Before long, you're worried about scratches, maintenance, or maybe you're already eyeing the next better model. The external world is constantly changing, so tying our peace to it is like building a house on shifting sand. The Buddhist approach is revolutionary. It tells us to turn our attention inward. Instead of trying to control every aspect of the outside world, which is impossible, we can learn to understand and train our own minds. This is where the real power lies. The mind is the source of all our experiences. It's the lens through which we see everything. If the lens is clouded by anger, desire, or anxiety, the whole world will look stressful and threatening. But if we can learn to clean that lens, the world doesn't change, but our experience of it transforms completely. So, how do we do this? One of the most powerful tools is mindfulness. Mindfulness is simply the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It sounds simple, but it's profound. How often are we truly present? Most of the time, our minds are lost in the past, replaying old conversations and regrets, or racing into the future, filled with worries and what-ifs. We're almost never right here, right now. When we practice mindfulness, we start to notice the habits of our own mind. You might sit down to meditate and realize just how chaotic your thoughts are. They jump from your to-do list to an awkward thing you said yesterday to what you'll have for dinner. The goal isn't to stop these thoughts. That's like trying to stop the waves in the ocean. The goal is to simply observe them without getting swept away. You see a thought of worry arise. You acknowledge it. Ah, there's worry. And you let it go, returning your attention to your breath. Each time you do this, you're building a muscle. You're training yourself not to be a slave to every passing thought and emotion. You start to create a little bit of space between you, the observer, and the whirlwind of your mind. In that space, peace is found. It's the calm at the center of the storm. This peace has always been there, underneath the noise, waiting for you to notice it. Another key insight from Buddhism is the concept of impermanence. Everything changes. Nothing lasts forever. This includes our feelings, our possessions, our relationships, and even our own bodies. We suffer when we cling to things as if they were permanent. We desperately want pleasant feelings to last forever and unpleasant ones to go away immediately. But fighting against the nature of reality is a losing battle. It's like trying to hold water in your fist. When we truly accept impermanence, something amazing happens. We start to let go. We stop clinging so tightly. We can appreciate a beautiful sunset without being sad that it's ending, because we know its beauty lies precisely in its fleeting nature. We can experience a difficult emotion, like sadness or anger, without panicking, because we know it too will pass. This acceptance isn't about being passive or apathetic. It's about being wise. It's about aligning ourselves with the flow of life instead of constantly swimming against the current. This reduces so much internal friction and struggle, opening up a vast space for peace. This journey inward also involves cultivating compassion. In Buddhism, this isn't just about being nice to others. It starts with being kind to yourself. We are often our own harshest critics. We beat ourselves up for our mistakes and imperfections. Self-compassion is about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend who is struggling. When you make a mistake, instead of spiraling into self-criticism, you can pause and say, "This is hard right now. It's okay to feel this way. I am human." This simple shift in internal dialogue can melt away layers of self-inflicted suffering. And as we cultivate compassion for ourselves, it naturally extends outward to others. We start to see that everyone is just like us. Everyone wants to be happy and avoid suffering. Everyone has their own hidden battles and insecurities. Seeing this common humanity fosters a sense of connection and empathy. When someone is rude to us, instead of reacting with instant anger, we might wonder what they're going through that's making them act that way. This doesn't mean we let people walk all over us, but it changes our internal reaction from one of personal attack to one of understanding. This shift is incredibly liberating. It frees us from the exhausting cycle of resentment and anger. The beautiful thing about this path is that you don't need to become a monk or move to a monastery. You can practice these principles right here, in the middle of your busy modern life. You can practice mindfulness while washing the dishes, feeling the warm water and seeing the soap bubbles. You can practice letting go when you're stuck in traffic, accepting the situation instead of fuming with anger. You can practice compassion when a coworker is having a bad day. Every moment is an opportunity to come back to yourself, to touch that place of stillness within. Peace is not a distant destination you have to struggle to reach. It's your own true nature. It's the quiet sky that is always present, even when clouds of thoughts and emotions pass through. The journey is not about adding something new to yourself, but about letting go of the layers of stress, conditioning, and misunderstanding that obscure the peace that is already there. So the next time you find yourself thinking, "I'll be happy when," try to gently pause. Take a deep breath. Feel your feet on the ground. Remind yourself that the peace you're looking for is not out there. It's right here. It's in this breath. It's in this moment. The search is over. The journey home to yourself has just begun. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights on finding peace in our everyday lives. See you in the next video.